Good afternoon. It is 3:30 and it is toasty warm outside. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is the afternoon coffee talk where we are chatting, seeing what's doing across town. And let me just say, of course, there we go. That's all I'm trying to show you. The beach. Lots of people out there at the beach. It's a beautiful day in paradise. Look how pretty that is. It's not that I don't want to be sitting in the weather station here with Manalfi, but the beach is just so nice. Man, Daytona Beach, you are looking mighty fine as well with that blue sky overhead. Let's head over to the Kennedy Space Center, see what's doing there. Vehicle assembly building looking fantastic. It's pretty quiet now, but we may get some storms developing. Already starting to see those clouds here looking over to our tower cam network in the tourist district. Tavares looking good there as well. So it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but we are watching some areas of rain kind of getting going. So let's take a look on our first warning Doppler radar, see what's doing. All right. At this hour, a fairly quiet scan through the metro, though north and west of town, or really north of town, we're watching plenty of these little pockets of stormy weather. Let me take you up to Marion County first, watching these storms kind of bubbling up. Nothing too strong, but some rains around for sure. If you live out near Denellen, certainly you know what I'm talking about. Back over toward like Marion Oaks, there's Fellowship, watching these storms bubbling up. Ocala, it's not far from you, further to the south. Watching some storms around Rutland, the northern shoreline there of Lake Pennsauken. This will try to work over toward the Villages and Wildwood and Weirsdale, Lake Weir in the next few moments. Over to northern Lake County, a few showers there, nothing crazy. Right over southern Flagler, a little bit of rain. And then over toward Lake Helen in Volusia County from about DeLand over to Orange City. Yeah, just a little bit of rain. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Wider perspective showing those storms kind of popcorning up around central Florida. Definitely some nasty stuff up to the north of us. And I will also add that even though things have been relatively quiet thus far, Central Florida is under a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms this afternoon and this evening. So just keep that in mind. All right. Laura, how are you? How you doing? Jessica, good afternoon to you. Janice, how are you? Good afternoon to you. Debbie, I love having coffee talk afternoons. I do too. Ouch. Every time I hear the word neighborhood, I get the Daniel Tiger song stuck in my head. That's how you know you got little ones. Although we haven't watched Daniel Tiger in I feel like a few years at this point. Joseph, how are you? Ooh, Brandon, aloha from Hawaii. Talking about bucket list places that I'd like to be in right now, other than sitting next to Tony Manalfi. So could get a couple of thunderstorms around this afternoon and evening for sure. Here's a look at the forecast tonight, all right? So it's not bad, but we do have, hold on, I'll go back. We do have those thunderstorms around, fading around 8, 9 o'clock or so. But 7 o'clock tonight when Jefe here is tracking things on Wesh 2 News at 7. I'm feeling you're going to be watching the radar a little bit in that window. That's okay. That's okay. Give the radar some use in that 7 o'clock hour. That's all right. So let's take a look at futurecast together, okay, and see what's doing. Let me pull up. Give me a second. Let me pull it up here. Type that. All right, here's futurecast. So a little bit of stormy weather around through 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock, still with the storms. And then by 8, 9 o'clock, kind of see things quieting down little bit by little bit. And then for tomorrow morning, a mix of beautiful sunshine and a few clouds. And then into the afternoon, watch how like 1, 2, 3 o'clock, we'll get some storms firing up. And then through about 6 o'clock or so, a higher coverage of rain, 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow. So it's not going to be a dry setup. It's not going to be too bad either. As a matter of fact, when we look at the rainfall chances over the next few days' time, we're back to at least a bit of a stormier pattern for your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So just something to keep in mind. Nothing too bad. All right? All right. Everything else good? Always wondered what Manalfi's go-to Italian dish was, Tony Manalfi?
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm. I wonder if you're the reason why I love a good chicken parm. Back in the day when Manalfi and I were just in our infancy of our friendship, we went to this Italian place, Carlucci's, constantly. Like, constantly. That was a good place. I miss Carlucci's. They ever open anything else up?
Nope.
Oh, I see. I see. I've got an itinerary for a work trip coming up in a couple weeks. I guess they're going to send me somewhere. It just shoots me an email. Let's see here. Chicken parm is my son's go-to favorite too. You know what it is, Debbie? I think the chicken parm is probably just like a toddler meal that us adults are allowed to still eat, right?
Yep.
Wouldn't you say? Like, whenever I'm hungry and I have chicken parm at the house, I'm like, hey, I've got a jar of sauce. I'll make a little easy chicken parm,
Yep.
you know? Laura says, who doesn't like chicken parm though? My husband is Italian and we have it all the time. I mean, I agree. What does the forecast look like for the UCF football game on Saturday? Go Knights, charge on. Annette. I think it's going to be a good one. Here's what's kind of neat, okay? So, hold on. I'll type this because I don't know if the other one is there. So, basically, we've got kind of an interesting little scenario happening here, all right? So, we've got east of us, we're going to be watching Hurricane Lee going by. And as Lee goes by Thursday and a Friday, essentially we kind of bring this little weak little front right through Central Florida. And so what we end up with is drier days ahead. Look at that forecast. Have you made your tweaks yet?
I have.
All right, so there you go. There's the final evening forecast package. Now, you're going to want to tune in because I'll be there at 4. Manifoli's going to be there 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Wow, I have to add that 7 in there. Talking all about it, but there's some beautiful weather. So showers and storms the next couple of days, but Saturday, Sunday, those rain chances are going down. So for that UCF football game forecast, you betcha it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be, I mean, look at that, 87 and a nice fresh breeze too. So yeah, you gotta like that. You gotta like that. All right, quickly, because I'm wearing jeans. I'm gonna have to go put some pants on, like suit pants. Real quickly, let's talk about the tropics. There's Hurricane Lee, 11 o'clock advisory. Had winds of 120 miles an hour. It's going through an eye wall replacement cycle. It's kind of looking like crummy at the moment. I do think, though, that it will get better organized. Forecast cone from the Hurricane Center does kind of re-intensify it as it slowly moves to the west-northwest and then eventually turning more northerly. And then afterward, our friends up in New England may have to watch this one. It's going to be an interesting long-term scenario for Hurricane Lee. Elsewhere, we've got Tropical Storm Margot in the central Atlantic, way out in the middle of nowhere. Winds on this one approaching hurricane status. Now, Margot is expected to lift to the north, become a hurricane, and then kind of meander out near the Azores. And then also, there is newly updated Invest 98, 60% likelihood that this one gets going over the next 7 days' time. And we've been watching it on the models, and it is kind of interesting. All right, it's 3:38. I'll go for another couple seconds. We'll just take a look at the global models real fast. It is kind of interesting because if you look at the global models here, okay, we'll just roll through time. This is the latest GFS. There goes Lee, but look at the bottom of the screen there near the Caribbean islands. That's what could become Nigel. Out close, like pretty close to the Turks and Caicos, and then lifting up to the north and curving off of our shoreline. But that could be another one of those close ones, Manolfi. Nigel. Yep. Better be polite. With a name like Nigel, the thing better be polite. Okay? So for now, it's Invest 98. We will be watching it. Okay? All right. So hot temperatures for us. Oh, look who's on TV right now. I didn't even put makeup on for that one. Hot temperatures for us today, tomorrow, but late week, things are dropping off a little bit. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Nigel Thornberry. It better not be nasty, Nigel. Cheryl, you hush your mouth. Not ready for the rainy season to be over with, so bring the rain. Laura says, yeah, well, your work slows down, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Happy to see you this afternoon, Debbie. I'm happy to see you as well. All right, any other questions, comments, concerns, anything? Loved your GIF, saw it on Twitter. Yeah, I knew the second that I did that I was going to be embarrassed. Yeah. All right. Nice, Nigel. Nigel better be polite. All right, so coming up at 4 o'clock, we're going to be discussing how Lee is going to be impacting us in Central Florida. And then let's walk over here to the man, the myth, the legend, the Manolfi. what are you going to be working on for the other newscasts?
So we got a couple of things. Obviously, surface is going to be pretty rough this week along the coast, increasing Thursday, Friday. We've got fall up north too, believe it or not. So we got some cooler weather, but these fronts are playing a big time role in protecting us.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that now for a couple of weeks. It's going to steer this storm, Margot, to the north, and then we'll keep an eye on 97 and 98. 98 might be the one that may take a more of a westerly turn. We'll show the differences in the models that far out. So that and a gorgeous weekend weather. We're going to be in the 80s. I can't wait. It's going to be nice.
Humidity drop.
60s north and west of town. Yeah.
We hit 68.9 the other morning, so it rounded to 70.
I was walking Stella, and she did not want to come back in.
Yeah.
It's one of those types of days where even the dogs know.
The dogs know. I was like hyping it on the air. It's like we're almost to 69 officially, and we didn't get there.
It felt really good.
It felt so nice. All right.
Yeah,
a lot going on, but hopefully not a lot going on too.
Right, exactly.
All right, everybody's saying it's good to see you, Tony.
Yeah, good to be back.
All right. I love that, man. All right, listen, be good, be the sunshine in someone else's day. I'll see you all in a couple minutes on TV, and Manolfi will have you the rest of the evening. All right, take care.